Good morning, my dear students. Today we shall start a new chapter of class 12, that is moving charges and magnetism. Okay. So this is fourth chapter actually. Moving charges and magnetism. So far we have discussed three important chapters. Okay. In all the three chapters which we discussed in previous time, okay, one basic point was common, that is electric charge. Okay. See here, if this is electric charge Q, okay, this charge will create a field around it. Okay, this space around a charged particle is called as what? Field. This is electric field. Okay. In this electric field, if another charge comes, okay, what happens? Say a small charge Q comes at this point. Okay. This is also charge, this is also charge. This charge, the moment it enters the electric field created by capital Q, it experiences a force in this direction. That is F is equal to Q into E. And this force, okay, created by the field is called as what? Force due to field. Force due to field. Force due to what field? Electric field. This was discussion done in first chapter, right? I repeat, this is a source charge, this is test charge, okay? And this test charge is experiencing a force due to the field created by this capital Q, that is source charge, right? Okay. In second chapter we discussed about electric potential and capacitance. Okay. See here, this charge, okay, we are moving this charge against the field created by this source charge. Imagine, we are moving this charge in this direction. To move the charge in this direction, we are supposed to apply external force. External force. This external force has to be applied against the electric field created by source charge. Against the field created by source charge. Source charge. This Q is applying the force in this direction. We are applying force on Q in this direction, okay, against the electric field. Okay, source charge force is in this direction and external force is in this direction, right? And these two forces are opposite to each other. They are equal and opposite to each other, right? Okay. And remember, since we are applying force on test charge, we are making a moment, okay, from this location to this location, this location to this location, this location to this location, like that. Okay. And force into displacement creates what? Force into displacement is nothing but work done. Work done. And this work done in bringing a charge from infinity to that location, that particular location, is called as what? Electric potential difference or electric potential. Okay, we have discussed all these terms: electric potential difference, electric potential energy. Okay, all these things we discussed: electric potential, potential energy, and the potential difference. All these things we discussed in second chapter. Okay, the amount of force we are applying on the charge in order to displace, okay, it against the electric field created by the source charge. It is nothing but what? Electric potential, okay, or electric potential difference. A small difference is there between all the points: electric potential, potential difference, and potential energy. Okay. And in third chapter we discussed if charge is moving, it constitutes current, and that current is called as what? Electric current. Electric current. In first two chapter the electric charge was at rest. Okay. In third chapter, the charge was made to move. And if a charge is moving, then it constitute current, and that current is called as what? Electric current. And we discussed what is electric current, what is resistance, okay, what is conductance, and what is resistivity, conductivity. All these things we discussed in electric current chapter. Okay. And now we shall start a new chapter, moving charges and magnetism. And in third chapter already the charge is in motion, correct? Okay. When charge is in motion, then that particular point, okay, moving charge in a conductor behaves like magnet. That is what we are going to discuss. Okay. Because you can observe the title, moving charges and magnetism is there. Is there any relation between moving charge and magnetism? Yes, there is a relation. What is that relation? See here. When a charge makes a moment in a conductor, okay, the whole current carrying conductor behaves like magnet. Okay. And that magnet and magnetic properties, all these things we will discuss in this chapter. Okay. See here. The space or region around the magnet. In this chapter, our magnet is going to be current carrying conductor. Current carrying conductor. The space or a region around the magnet within which its influence can be experienced. Can be experienced. Who will experience its influence? See here. Charge will apply force on another charge. We call it as force. What is that force? Is called as electric force. A mass will apply force on another mass, and that force is called as what? Gravitational force. Similarly, a magnet will apply force on another magnet. Okay, and that force is called as what? Magnetic force. Experienced by another magnet or magnetic needle. Magnetic needle is called magnetic field. Magnetic field. Okay, this is general definition actually, and this magnetic field is indicated by B, and this is also called as strength of magnetic field. Strength of magnetic field, or it is also called as intensity of magnetic field. Intensity of magnetic field. Technically, these two terms and this magnetic field sounds the same. Okay. And this force experienced by a current carrying conductor was first explained by Oersted. Okay. Oersted is the name of scientist. See here. Oersted. Okay. Oersted was performing certain experiment regarding current. Okay. See here. This is a wire carrying certain amount of current. Say one battery is there, and this is key. Okay. This is a battery and this is key. This is positive, this is negative. Say I current is flowing through this conductor. This is a wire, open wire I can say. Okay, open wire means no plastic is wounded on this wire. Okay. What happens? One magnetic needle was there nearby this wire. like this. This is a magnetic needle. This is north pole and this is south pole. Okay. Whenever I current used to flow in this conductor, what happens? This magnetic needle used to stay in this direction, like this. Like this. Okay. Whenever there is no current, the magnetic needle used to stay like this. If key is closed like this, then I current will flow. Whenever I current will flow, the magnetic needle used to show certain deflection this way. Okay. If key is open, then current is off. When current is off, the magnetic needle used to come to its initial position like this. Okay. So this deflection by the magnetic needle is caused by the current carrying conductor, because already I have told you, one magnet will apply force on another magnet, like charge apply force on another charge, mass apply force on another mass, right? Similarly, a magnet has to apply force on another magnet. Okay, Oersted searched whether there is another magnet nearby, but there was no magnet. Then certainly this current carrying conductor itself is behaving like magnet. Okay, so that was the whole conclusion. Magnet is current carrying conductor. Current carrying conductor. Okay, deflection by the magnetic needle. By the magnetic needle is caused by the current flowing in the conductor. Remember, this is very important point. Okay, and in this case, this magnet is deflecting. It means certain amount of force is experienced by the magnet, and what amount of force is experienced by this magnet, and what is that force is called, all things we shall discuss now. Okay. So now let us begin magnetic force. Magnetic force. See, in this case, current has to be there. Current means flow of charge. Whenever there is motion of charge, then and then only magnetic force comes into existence. If charge is at rest, then it can produce electric field. Okay, but it cannot produce magnetic field. To create magnetic field, what is must? It has to move. Charge has to move. So magnetic force. Okay. Consider a charge Q moving with velocity V in magnetic field B. Then force. Which force? Magnetic force. Magnetic force is given by F is equal to QVB, where V is velocity of the charge and B is magnetic field. Remember, this F is depending on Q, F is depending on V, F is depending on B. Okay, so F is equal to QVB. And this force is not only depending on QVB, it is also depending on V and B. Okay, I mean the direction of velocity and magnetic field. Okay, therefore I can write F is equal to Q V cross B, because V is a velocity and B is magnetic field, velocity and magnetic field both are vector quantities, and this is cross product. Okay, and cross product of two vectors in magnitude form I can write it as VB sine theta. Therefore this force is also depending on theta angle between what and what, between V and B. It means this force is always perpendicular to the plane containing V and B, because force is also a vector quantity, velocity is also a vector quantity, and B, magnetic field, is also vector quantity, right? Therefore this force is depending on the direction of V and B, I mean the angle between V and B. Okay, and in such case the direction of force can be determined with the help of left hand thumb rule. Okay, see here, I will write the statement first. The direction of magnetic force, the direction of magnetic force is perpendicular to the plane containing V and B. And direction is determined with the help of left hand thumb rule. See here, this is very important. This is thumb, this is forefinger, and this is middle finger. Okay, in all these three, if I kept all the three fingers mutually perpendicular to each other, this thumb indicates force, magnetic force, and this forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field, and this middle finger indicates the direction of charge, motion of charge, or velocity of charge. Okay, and velocity of charge is nothing but what? It is current. Okay, I can say current also, no problem. Okay, so remember, thumb indicates what? Magnetic force. And forefinger indicates what? Magnetic field. And middle finger in this formula actually velocity of charge, or direction of velocity of charge, or it is nothing but current, because the flow of charge is nothing but what? Current, right? So remember, this is F, and this is M, and this is C. Okay, so easy trick is there: father, mother, child, father, mother, child, father, mother, child. Okay, this is how you are supposed to remember. Father stands for what? Force. Mother stands for what? Magnetic field. And C stands for what? Child, and child is nothing but what? Current or velocity. Father, mother, and child. Child is nothing but velocity or current, I can say. Okay, so remember this way, it is easy. Okay, okay, let us understand some of the important directions, how we are supposed to find directions. The direction of magnetic force. See here, this is a magnetic field, direction of magnetic field, and this is how the charge is moving. This is velocity of charge. Then what is the direction of force? This is first one. Okay, so once again we shall start with our left hand. See, this is the direction of magnetic field, and the direction of velocity is upward, like this. Therefore this is the direction of force. The force is inward. Therefore I will write force inward. Okay, if arrow is entering into the plane, then its back will appear, its tail will appear. Therefore this is tail. Okay, if the arrow is coming out of the plane, then I can indicate by this way. The tip of the arrow will appear. Okay, therefore this is tip and this is tail. Okay, if arrow is entering the board or entering the plane, then its back side will appear. Cross mark means back side. If an arrow is pointing out of the plane, its tip will appear. Okay, so this is inward. Okay, and one more. This is direction of magnetic field, and this is velocity. This is the direction of velocity. See, once again we are supposed to use our left hand. The direction of magnetic field is downward. This is father, mother, child, force, field, and motion of charge or velocity of charge. The field is downward. Downward means the forefinger has to be down, and the velocity of charge is this direction. Therefore I have to turn this way, and once again the force is inward. Force is inward, and for inward the indication will be like this. One more. This is force, I mean field. This is field. The magnetic field is inward. Magnetic field itself is inward. Okay, and the velocity of charge will be like this. Then what is the direction of force? Once again left hand. This is actually second one. This is third one. Once again the forefinger has to be that direction of magnetic field, and the direction of magnetic field is inward. Okay, and the velocity of charge is in this direction. This is magnetic field, this is velocity of charge. Therefore this is the direction of force, and direction of force will be upward. Upward, like this. Okay, and one more. If this is magnetic field, okay, the meaning of magnetic field is outward. Magnetic field is outward, and here it was inward. Okay, and the velocity will be like this. Okay, so once again use your left hand. The direction of magnetic field is outward. Outward means like this, outward, and the velocity of charge will be in this direction. Therefore I have to rotate like this. This is magnetic field, this is velocity direction, and this is the force, and the force is downward. Force is downward. Remember, don't get confused. It's very simple. father, mother, child. Father stands for force, mother stands for magnetic field, and child stands for what? Motion of charge or current, I can say, because the motion of charge constitute current. Okay, since current has no direction, therefore I am using velocity. Okay, because current is scalar quantity and velocity is vector quantity, therefore. Okay, next we shall discuss some special cases. Special cases. Okay, as our force formula is F is equal to QVB sine theta. Okay, first case, if theta is equal to, theta is angle between V and B. Okay, and if theta is equal to 180 degree or 0 degree, 0 degree means parallel and 180 degree means anti-parallel. Parallel or anti-parallel. Its meaning is this is velocity and this is magnetic field. Both are in same direction. Or this is magnetic field and this is velocity. This is anti-parallel. I will write it as B and this as B. Okay. See, in this case, sine 0 is 0 and sine 180 is also 0. Therefore, 0 into anything is 0. It means if B and V are either parallel or anti-parallel, the force is going to be 0. Force is going to be 0. Remember, this force has to be perpendicular to the plane containing B and V. It is must and should. But it is not necessary that B and V should always be perpendicular. Okay, there is no such rules. If these two are parallel, parallel means, see, this is magnetic field and this is velocity. Okay, this is magnetic field and this is velocity. Now the force is how much? Now the force is 0. If this velocity is anti-parallel to the magnetic field, like this. This is direction of velocity, this is direction of magnetic field. Then also the force is 0. Understood? Okay. Second one, if theta is equal to 90 degree, okay, it means this is force and this is magnetic field and this is velocity. Okay, this velocity is pointing outward actually, like this. This is magnetic force, this is field and this is velocity. In this case, F is equal to QVB sin theta is there. Sin 90 is 1. 1 into QVB is equal to, F is equal to QVB. It means the force will be maximum. M force means magnetic force, is maximum. Okay. And third case, if theta is equal to 270 degree, okay, then F is equal to QVB sin 270, and sin 270 is minus 1, therefore it is minus QVB. F is equal to, okay. And one more important point, fourth point, if V is equal to 0, it means the charge is not making any moment. It means it is not in motion. Then if V is 0, then the entire thing is going to be 0. Then also force is 0. Okay. To be magnetic force, okay, the charge has to be in motion. It is compulsory. Okay. Okay. Next, see here. F is equal to QVB is there if theta is equal to 90 degree. Maximum magnetic force will be there. Okay, I can write it as B is equal to F divided by Q into V. Okay, if Q is equal to 1 coulomb and V is equal to 1 meter per second, then B is equal to F. Okay, it means a magnetic field at that point is nothing but what? Force. Okay, so one more definition for magnetic field. Magnetic field at a point is the magnetic force experienced by 1 coulomb charge, 1 coulomb moving with 1 meter per second velocity at, see here, theta is equal to 90 degrees there, therefore at right angles to each other. It is nothing but what? Magnetic field. And its unit is Tesla. Tesla is unit of magnetic field. Tesla is unit of magnetic field. Okay, and see here, Tesla is equal to, F is there, F is nothing but what? 1 Newton, and Q 1 coulomb, and V velocity is 1 meter per second, or I can write it as 1 Newton. 1 coulomb is there, coulomb is nothing but what? Coulomb is charge, and second is there, Q divided by T. Okay, Q divided by T is nothing but what? It is ampere, and meter is there, therefore I can write meter ampere or Newton per meter per ampere. 1 Tesla is equal to, or Tesla is unit of magnetic field, and Newton per meter per ampere is also unit of magnetic field. Okay, and if you ever asked to define Tesla, how you are supposed to define? 1 Tesla is nothing but, 1 Tesla is that magnetic field at that point when 1 Newton of magnetic force is experienced by 1 coulomb of charge which is moving with a velocity 1 meter per second. Okay, so or I will define here 1 Tesla is that magnetic field when 1 Newton force, which force? Magnetic force. 1 Newton magnetic force is experienced by 1 coulomb of charge. 1 coulomb of charge moving with velocity 1 meter per second at right angle to each other. This is the definition of Tesla. 1 Tesla.